Yo boys, it's Dan, welcome back to another video on the channel. Now, thank you for all the support from the last video, and now we move on to game week, midweek fixtures. This isn't game week, this is midweek games. A couple of games in here that one game that I'm going to, and before I get into the video, make sure to like and subscribe, and without any further ado, let's get into game week, well, let's say midweek, let's get into the midweek fixtures for the Premier League. Right, I move to the first game, which is Newcastle United versus Everton. Now, Everton have last week sacked Rafael Benitez. They brought in former Chelsea manager Frank Lampard. They've made two. I think I can tell you what transfers they made. They have brought in Dele Alli on a permanent deal from Tottenham, and Donny van de Beek from Manchester United on loan during the season. And Newcastle brought in Bruno Guimaraes from Lyon, and they brought in Dan Burn from Brighton. Those are just the two. I think I think I made a load more as well, but I'm not going to go into that now. And I'm going to say for this game, it will be Newcastle United 1, Everton 2. With that new manager bounce, I believe Everton can get the job done. And let's go over to this week's guest, which is a fellow one of my Twitch streamers, a brand new guest in the league.
Hi guys, hope you guys are doing well today. Those of you wondering who I am, I'm currently here to do the Premier League predictions, courtesy of Mr. Dan United. Thank you very much, Dan, for inviting me onto your channel. It's very much appreciated. For those of you who don't know who I am, my name is Vague, also known as Charlie. But what I do is essentially I am part of the FIFA community within Twitch. So I do essentially Twitch streams. I'm a moderator in quite a lot of large individual channels. So yeah, hopefully you can check me out at some point when I go live at some point. At the minute I'm still recording, trying to record and still set up my program. But hopefully that changes, and fingers crossed. So thank you very much for inviting me on, Dan. It's very much a pleasure. And what we'll do now is we'll go over the Premier League predictions, which Dan has sent me. If you would bear with me a second, I do apologise. I am very behind. So we're going to start off with the Newcastle game, Newcastle versus Everton. This is for the Tuesday the 8th of February. There's 3 games on. The first of the games is Newcastle Everton. Now Newcastle Everton, I feel like it's going to be a tough game. Now the reason why is because Everton, first of all, have not been themselves recently. They haven't been performing to the way they can be, and recently Newcastle are progressing with signings. They're getting in the players that they need to put in. So it'll be an interesting game. What will happen with Newcastle, I have no idea. Newcastle are at home, so that may play a big advantage on them with the fans behind their side. For this one, I'm going to go for a 1-0 Newcastle win against Everton. I just don't think Everton have the quality, but they may prove me wrong. But however, I'm going to go with a 1-0 Newcastle win.
Thank you. And I move to the game that I will be going to, which is West Ham versus Watford. Yep, I'm going to this game with Josh, so there'll be a vlog on that on Wednesday. I'm pretty sure it's like 1 week probably, so yeah, and that is that done. That is the best of that Wednesday, and I'm hoping to drop another one on a few more this week, so yeah. West Ham, decent form, they brought in a couple of times. Watford have also made a couple of times as well. Watford have brought in Kalu and all them, yeah, Kamara, Samir, Cambabane, sorry, that's his name, but yeah. And they have also sacked their manager as well, and brought in Mr. Roy Hodgson, who is sceptical manager, but could probably get a job done for them. But West Ham, I don't see what we win this game. Honest to God, this could possibly be a 2-0, 3-3. I'm going to go 3-0 win to West Ham here. And Vague, what are you going for, pal, in this game?
Next fixture we have West Ham against Watford, same time at 7:45 on Tuesday, the 8th of February. West Ham again, they look unreal this season. They have been performing, they've been dominant, they've been throughout unbelievable. And for me, I think they will overpower Watford. I think Watford, even though I like the cycling GK in his team, but unfortunately Watford, with the amount of managers that have come through and everything, West Ham just look solid. Antonio stride in, Barama stride in. I see this being a 2-0 comfortable win for West Ham. Easy 3 points for them, I reckon.
And now we move to Burnley versus Manchester. Now Burnley made a deadline day signing of Wout Weghorst from Werder Bremen to replace Chris Wood. So yeah, that's United offloaded. I can know stuff on my loaded. We offloaded Laird, Martial, Ahmad, Donny, Divine, and other people. We haven't put anyone in, unfortunately. I'm not going to go into the whole Mason Greenwood's malarkey now, because yeah, it's just to say he's been injured and he had to cut his feet. So all I'm going to mention on that story. I might do this. I might do this. Maybe hear more about it, but I'm not going to go into detail now. I'm just going to get my head on what he's done, because he's been an absolute idiot. But focus on the game now. Should really be winning this game for we 2-0. I'm gonna go to. For the sake of the video, I'm gonna go 2-0, but it could either be 3-0. And the Vague, be nice. What are you going for, pal, in this fixture?
Now we move on to the 8 PM game on the Tuesday. Now this is going to be a very, very interesting game. Burnley against Manchester United. Now, as we know, Manchester United are going to go for this win. They need a win. They need points on the board to climb their ranks into the Champions League. And if I go and have a look at the Premier League table at the minute, with the run of form that they are in, hopefully, fingers crossed, they can slip into the top 2, top 3, but they do need points to scale up to Man City, Liverpool and Chelsea. I think they will overpower Burnley, because Burnley are bottom of the league. They're having an awful time at the minute. Only one win in the Premier League so far. They're not having a great time, are they? So for me personally, I reckon this is going to be a 2-1 victory for Manchester United. But however, I reckon it will be a very, very scrappy game.
And now we move to the other half of Manchester City versus Brentford. Now we're going to start with Brentford's signings. They have brought in former Spurs player Christian Eriksen. It is great to see him back playing football at the highest level again after when he went for the Euros. I'm still trying to get my head on what happened at the Euros, but with him. But it's good to see him back in the Premier League. Anything in the season, but he will have an absolute blast there in the Premier League, I think. And I will say this game will be you can't look much past Manchester City in this game of 2-0. I think Brentford will push him. Brentford will definitely push him. Brentford will push him here. And the Vague, what are you going for, mate, in this game?
Moving on to Wednesday, we have Manchester City against Brentford. Now, this is going to be a comfortable victory for Manchester City, in my opinion. Very comfortable for them. I feel like they will overpower Brentford because of the quality and what obviously has happened with Brentford over the past couple of weeks with regarding their results and everything. They've been very poor. 12 losses at the minute. 14th in the league. I cannot see them overpowering Manchester City at this point, who are absolutely dominant. For me, this is going to be a comfortable 3-0 victory for Manchester City.
Now we move to Norwich versus Crystal Palace now. Crystal Palace under Patrick Vieira are actually playing some decent football right now. And Norwich trying to dig themselves out of danger, trying to dig themselves out of trouble here. And I honestly believe Palace will win this game just because they've got so much sheer strength in their team, and they have made him attack well now. Honestly, I believe it will be a Palace win of 2-1 to Crystal Palace. And League, what do you think in this game, mate?
Moving on to the same time on Wednesday at 7:45, we have got Norwich against Crystal Palace. Now, for me, Norwich and Crystal Palace, they're two very, very interesting teams at the minute. Norwich obviously trying to survive relegation, but however are picking up some points gradually and are outside the relegation place as things stand, as recording. Crystal Palace, though, have had a inconsistent season for me. I think their season has been far from consistent, shall we say. For me, I think it's going to be a 1-1 draw, I reckon. A 1-1 draw. 1-1 draw for Norwich against Crystal Palace.
Now you move to Spurs versus Southampton. Spurs, they have made 2 deadline signings. They have brought in Rodrigo Bentancur and, apologies if I get his name wrong, Davlan Kuligeski. Or Kuligeski, I don't know who says his name, but yeah. So those are both Inter Milan. They've offloaded Dele, like I said, Tanguy and Bele, the Celso, Gil, all that on loan. Ali Penny, as you know, but on Bele, Gil, the Celso are all out on loan and doing it in the season. And Spurs and Southampton haven't made much for them, but they have got James Ward-Prowse in their team, and I believe it will be a Spurs win of 2-1 for Spurs. Knowing Spurs, they will concede a goal. Sorry, Josh, mate, and Gazy Watson as well, but yeah. And that is that. And Vague, what do you think, mate, in this game?
Now, so we've got Spurs against Southampton, Tottenham, 7:45 again, same kickoff time. For me, I think Tottenham need points. They need points because they want to get into that automatic European place and maybe even pushing Manchester United for a position within that last Champions League space. I think for me, Southampton are very inconsistent. James Ward-Prowse obviously being their main guy with that stunning free kick last time out. But for me, I think Tottenham are too good. And unfortunately, I think they will win this game. But however, again, I reckon it'll be a scrappy game. And for me, I reckon Tottenham will win 1-0.
Thank you, mate. Now you move to Aston Villa versus Leeds United now. As you know, as Aston Villa have been alright. They're playing well on Steven Gerrard right now. He's good on playing them. And Leeds needs to pull himself up to hit the Leeds, and I'm gonna say it will be a win. No, I'm gonna go with a draw. I'm gonna go with Galfest for 2-2. So 2 goals to both teams for Leeds and for Aston Villa. And now, Vague, what do you think in this game, pal?
Moving on to the 8 PM game, we've got Villa against Leeds United. Now, for me, both teams are very inconsistent. We could see one good side, one bad side. Leeds again with... Now, I think this will come down, obviously, to Villa and their new manager, who has taken them places, shall we say. But with the signings they've made as well, for example, they've got Coutinho and everything moving through, I can just see Villa absolutely just scraping this game. So I'm going to give a Villa 1-0 victory against Leeds United. I feel bad for giving Villa a win there, but however, I think Leeds fans will hate me for this, but I think Leeds' season will be very inconsistent. There'll be draws, there'll be wins. I think they'll be a mid-table side. They'll be a mid-table team this season, as well as Villa. But I reckon Villa being at home with the crowd behind them and the players and the quality they got, I think Villa will win this game at 1-0.
Now move to Liverpool versus Leicester City. Wow. Liverpool, Leicester. Leicester are decent. Liverpool will not have Mane or Salah. Well, they might have one of them. No, they won't. If both, because then I can say, well, I don't know that's being played. But if Senegal and Egypt both win their games against Burkina Faso and Cameroon, it will be a Mane Salah showdown in the AFCON final. That should be an absolute banger. One of them will come home disappointed, one of them will come home happy. But without those two, they have brought in Luis Diaz from Porto, who's an amazing young winger. He'll do his team. He'll step his team up even better than it was before. And I'm going to say it will be a 2-1 win to Liverpool. And Vig, we're going for yeah. And Vig, what are you going for ultimate time in this game week?
Moving on to Thursday night, we have Liverpool against Leicester. Now this is, I reckon, the biggest game of the week, shall we say. Liverpool against Leicester, two very, very top sides. For me, Leicester could be performing better in the league because they are sitting mid-table at the minute on 10th position with 26 points. Liverpool are going to fly. They're flying. But however, Liverpool are at home for this game, and I think with Liverpool only losing 2 games at home, or losing 2 games, this season, I just think Liverpool are too good. So I do reckon it's going to be a scrappy game again, with Leicester just losing this game. I reckon Liverpool will win 2-1 in this game. But Leicester could cause an upset. We never know though.
Midweek games, but yeah. Okay, now move to the final game of the game week, which is Wolverhampton Wanderers versus Arsenal. Arsenal have finally got rid of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to Barcelona. That's on a free, but it is, it's on a free because of Barcelona's financial, debt. It was a push to get him, but they've got him on a free. He's agreed some weird wages for this season, but next season he'll be on, I think, better wages. I'm not sure what's going to happen, but they're in this financial debt, as you're aware. And Wolves made Wang Hee-Chang permanent from Red Bull Leipzig because he's a fantastic football player. And now Arsenal Wolves 1-1. 1 is a tough place to go, and with Arsenal's form, it's tough to go. And League, what are you going for in this game?
Then on Thursday night, we have our final game of the week, of the midweek fixtures, which includes Wolves taking on Arsenal. Now for me, Wolves are a very, very inconsistent team. But however, they have been picking up the victories at the minute. Picking up very good victories. A 0-0 draw against Chelsea, a 1-0 victory over Brighton. Unfortunately, a few losses within December. A big victory against Manchester United as well. And they are picking up points. They are doing the business within the season. So we are hoping for some good results there. For me, Arsenal, again, with what's going on at their club, and they want to push at the minute. They had a good run of form coming into December. January sloping down. And this will be a very tough game for Arsenal because they are away from home. Wolves are at home, and I think this will be a very good game. And I do think it will be a draw, and I do think it will be a 1-1 draw. 1-1, I am saying, for Wolves against Arsenal. Those are all the fixtures for the midweek games. Firstly, I'd like to thank Dan for inviting me onto your channel. It's very much appreciated. I would love to do this again. I think it was very interesting to see who the results are going to be and what's going to happen. But once again, thank you, Dan. Very much appreciated. And I hope to speak to you later. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.
That is it. If you're wondering where these Spurs, if you're where Chelsea are, they are not playing for a couple of weeks because they are at the Club World Cup. So their games won't be in. There'll be 9 games. I might put them in. I might put the game. I think. So yeah, 9 games. It's fine because I've got a couple of guys that don't actually want the prizes, but yeah, well I do, but they obviously don't know what it is. And I'll see you all on Wednesday for another video on my channel. Stay safe and peace.